So, as you guys saw, I finally got out into some fresher snow with the MTN Side Products Spindles. And I have to say, super impressed. The biggest thing I noticed is with the stock Spindles, I would get the sled on edge, but it wasn't a very intense edge. It was just barely on edge, whereas now I'm able to really get the sled up on edge and hold it there, and eyes up, a little bit ways back on the running board, and I'm just able to hold the line with way more speed, whereas before it felt like I was almost just kind of bicycling like an ATV, and just kind of barely holding on to it. Now the sled feels super planted. And I only ran the sled in the middle setting, so that's kind of another thing I wanted to mention about them. Obviously, full narrow would have been ideal. Today I kind of last minute ended up riding. As a result, I didn't really have time to switch the sled to the full narrow, so that's kind of a negative with it. That's just going to be any offset spindle. You're going to have to keep it adjusted. Like I said, though, the sled handle's so good right now, even on trail. I did take a little preload out, but I have to say I think that the reduction in unsprung mass just helps the sled keep a ski down. As it is, I expected at least a little bit of increased ski lift with the sled in the middle position, and I have to say I think it's handling even flatter. So, it's definitely a plus in my book to be able to know that. With these Spindles, you can still have what your stock sled would handle like, and on top of that, I think you can make it even better. You're getting all the additional ability to play off trail that is not there with the stock front suspension.
More right there.
That would be good.
Yeah, you're too far.
Yeah, really are, but we'll let it go.
Should I?
just the initiation of the sled. Like before, I really had to kind of, go butt out and give it some gas to get it up onto one ski. And now it's not like that at all, just a little baby blip of throttle and a little counter steer and I'm there. So getting it more into the realm of, a mountain sled. And that's, I think that's what a crossover obviously needs to be able to do. Polaris is so close with what they have, and I just feel like, they went 90% of the way and then just didn't on this last little bit. And it's such an easily fixable thing, and thankfully there's companies like MTN Side Products out there that are coming out with the things that, can really take sleds like the Assault to that next and final level that it's so close to being at already. I think grippers and an adjustable spindle, and you have really a sled that just, in my opinion, hits the nail on the head. Obviously there is the SKS, but like I've always said, that starts off at a narrower position, so the times that you're going to want the sled wider, like right now I'm still, I think, just a hair narrower than the widest position. I think it's half an inch than the widest position on the SKS, and so if I really did have an extended period of strictly trail riding, I feel like I would be lacking a little bit because of that. So now that's, not a thing. I can go full trail width, or I can narrow it up. It is obviously not the solution for the guys that feel the Assault needs to be a little bit wider. I would just say at that point, obviously enjoy whatever sled you want. I say that all the time, but it might be something more like an Indy XC 137 might be more ideal for you. There's a lot of playful characteristics in the uncoupled rear skid and in the track options, and I think you couple that with some cool aftermarket products and some really helpful aftermarket products like a good set of skis. Grippers would work too, and the major thing, the offset spindles are just a game changer. I couldn't recommend them enough. I think it's something that I'm going to want on all of my future Assaults, however long I own Assaults, because it just takes a sled and really, really lets it do everything. I have a lot of top speed, I have a lot of trail capability, I have a lot of off-trail capability. We were playing probably 1.5 feet of snow today, and there was never a question of am I going to get stuck, even, when I came off and I needed to kind of regroup. I can take off slowly and the sled was fine. Obviously, there are conditions and there are snow depths where that wouldn't be the case, but, for my riding area and the style of riding I do, it's just nice to have a sled that really, really fits my list of desires, and on top of that, can be just made exactly what I personally want in a crossover sled with the help of companies like MTN Side Products. So, like I said before, definitely check them out if you haven't yet. They offer tons of different colors. Price will vary a little bit if you do end up going powder coated. Mine are anodized black. Super high quality product. Couldn't be happier. They supply you with the Loctite. You get MTN Side Products decals as well as a MTN Side Products hat all in the package. An awesome company, super hands-on, easy to work with, and I think that's just something that I love about them as well. When you're talking to them, it's easy to get a hold of them and ask questions, get tips on things, like alignment, suspension settings, all that stuff. They're right there with it. Up here with the full send boys, kind of made the best of a last minute situation. Got a lot of snow recently, and just wanted to get up here while I could. And luckily they were up here because I had kind of been, you know, fishing around trying to find someone to ride with, and I just had no one. So this worked out really well. Ironically, I'm riding with the two sleds I talked about in one of my last vlogs. So that worked out nicely. Both 2020s, 850 Assault, 850 Gate XRS. Both seem like some sweet machines. Take advantage of some big snow that we got. Get to enjoy the conditions because tomorrow is going to be 40 with a chance of rain. Not a big deal, survivable. Saturday is going to be 50, 100% chance of rain. That's, you know, unfortunately kind of the end of most of these great conditions. So I wanted to get up here while I could and take advantage of the snow.